You want to become a model? Watch this. You have to get into a rhythm with your photographer, so every time you hear the camera click, move to the next pose. Listen closely. Also, I always play music at a shoot because it sets the mood and it influences the way that I pose. Also, you may be thinking, why is she wearing her shirt like that? This is common when shooting for beauty because really all you're seeing in the picture is this. It just makes the shot look overall more clean. Beauty modeling is great for people that have great facial features, and height doesn't matter here. How to pose like a beauty model.
I like to use a table when I pose for beauty. It helps support my elbows so my movements appear effortless. Which is especially important for your hands. Embody the grace of a ballerina. Your hands should move like water, no stiffness or tension. Another vital key to pose is giving a range of facial expressions based on the look. The goal is to match your posing with the aesthetic that you're given. And lastly, you want to be in sync with your photographer. Every time you hear that click, make a small adjustment in your pose. The process of great collaboration will guarantee great results.
Duet this for a critique. How to pose your face like a model. Every day we use our facial muscles to make expressions. This is my face totally relaxed. Pose my face, I lift my brows up, but not too much. Just lift your brows a little bit so your eyes look lifted. One time at a photo shoot, I actually saw a model do this with her lip to create a little more volume in her upper lip. Just make sure you don't do it too much or else you're gonna look like a duck. You can inhale to make your nose appear slimmer, but don't overdo it. Just subtle, like this. A trick to make your neck appear slimmer, you can bring your chin forward towards the camera, like this. It feels super awkward when you're doing it. I mean, look what I look like from the side. My chin is completely forward. But from the front, you would never know. If you're posing from the side, move your jaw towards the camera to create a more sharp and defined jawline like this. Again, it's gonna feel really awkward. Look what I look like from the front. But from the side, you never know. Let me know if you want a part 2.
So you think you're too short to model? There's no height requirement to be a beauty model. Just make sure you have a really good skincare routine, let your brows grow out, whiten your teeth, and keep your nails manicured. The most flattering way to sit when you're shooting beauty is to turn 3/4. Avoid the common mistake of straining your neck too much. You want to make sure that everything looks really relaxed. This also includes your fingers, which is why you need to keep them manicured because you can use them to pose. The last thing that you want is for your hands to look like this. You want them to be nice and relaxed, almost like you're a ballerina. I move into a different pose every time I hear the camera click, and I'll even listen to music that fits the vibe of the shoot to get the shots I want.
Practice your posing, glow up your beauty routine, and you'll be ready for your close-up.
How to pose your face like a model. The first step is to get to know your face. Watch, this is my jaw clenched, this is it relaxed, and this is me sucking in my cheeks. For that cat eye look, I lift my brows from the brow arch, not from the front like this. Lift them from the arch. Just make sure it's not too much because you don't want to wrinkle. Then make that facial expression like the sun is in your eyes, just not too much because you don't want to be squinty. Now do all those things together and just start posing. Move your shoulders around and experiment with different facial expressions. And lastly, practice using your hands. How to pose your face like a model.
Bring the action.
When you have this in the club, you're gonna turn the shit up. You're gonna turn the shit up. You're gonna turn the shit up. When we up in the club, all eyes on us.
If you want to know how to pose your face like a model, this is one of the best ways to learn. Okay, first you're gonna need a mirror. Then pick a modeling photo with a face pose that you like. Study the pose and then try to recreate it in the mirror. You have to pay close attention to detail because I know in that photo it didn't look like I was doing much, but actually I'm slightly lifting up my brows, slightly sucking in my cheeks, and I have a slight pout. So once you feel like you've nailed that down, look away from the camera, drop your face, relax it, and then try to recreate that pose again on your own without the mirror. And see if you got it right. Just build muscle memory.
How to pose your face like a model.
First, place your hands on your face like this and inhale. Next, turn to one side, put your hand on your hip, and place your other hand gently on your forehead. Then look to camera. For this pose, use your arm as support, place your chin on your palm, and make sure your fingers don't look like this. They should be nice and relaxed. Lift your brows, inhale, and say ooh.
I like him too. He my man, he my boo, he my type, he's so cute. I want him and I want him too. I like him too. He my man, he my boo, he my type, he's so cute. I want him.
A lot of pretty faces could waste my time, but you're my dream girl.
You make flowers bloom. Girl, you make the stars collide.
No matter what you say, what you do, when I'm alone, I'd rather be with you. Fuck these other niggas, I'll be right by your side till 2005. Oh.
In pictures, I'm a model, I can help you. I'm gonna give you a tip. So I use this to get like soft lips in pictures, just kind of looks natural and effortless. Literally all you have to do is say apple. Yes, apple. Ready? Teaching my cousin how to pose your face like a model.
I'm like freaking out now because can you show me what to do, please? Just get the giggles out.
If you're having trouble figuring out what different facial expressions to do, a good rule of thumb is to do the A-E-I-O-U with your mouth. So, oh.
All right, now try your vowels. There you go. Now give me an A. Now give me an E. Give me an O. Give me an U. We took all these photos, but these were our favorite.